Hey everybody, it's Chris. This is an update on the Latitude 64 night review that I did, I think, last week. People had asked how this disc compares to the Ballista on the West Side discs Destiny. I had tried to answer those questions based on like single throws I'd done with other people's discs, but I didn't really feel comfortable with those because they were kind of guesses. So I did pick up one of each so that I could go out in the field and test. Previously, I thought the Knight might be a little more stable than the Ballista. Was very wrong, and I was pretty close on the Destiny. I don't think it's a roller right out of the box, but I think it's something that you can beat into the roller. What was cool about this testing was that no matter how I was throwing the disc, whether on hyzer, flat, or turnover shot, all of them were in at pretty similar distances for the most part, except for on a couple throws, and on a nice spread. So it'd be Ballista over on the left, Knight more toward the middle, maybe left, center, maybe even right, but more right than the Ballista. And the Destiny would be farther over to the right. I actually had a couple of throws where they ended up probably within 10 to 15 feet distance-wise of each other, and then probably spread. Usually the Ballista and the Knight were about 20 feet apart, and then the Destiny would be like 40 feet or so to the right, farther over on the flatter throws. You will see with the winds, I was getting a lot of nose-up throws with the Ballista, so I wasn't getting them quite out as far. I think if the throws had been better, if they'd been flatter, you would have seen a lot better distance shots. But it gave me the idea that these discs, all having very wide rims, you can see the similar widths, could be speed specific. You hear a lot of the slower arm guys rave about the Destiny and how far it throws for them, and that makes sense to me. With the lower arm speed, it's going to flip up flat and fade forward for you, whereas for me, it's turning over, and so the Knight works better. I'm getting that same type of shot they're getting with the Destiny with my arm speed, so it's flipping out and fading forward, and that's why I'm getting so much distance with it. And then if you up that arm speed, instead of the Knight turning over hard, they're going to use the Ballista for that shot. So I could very well see if you're throwing 425 plus, the Ballista is probably like this perfect disc for you that just glides forward and goes forever. Whereas for me, like 400 maybe, the Knight actually had one of the longest throws I've had on, again, one of those big turnover shots that fades, or that glides. And then for the slower arm speeds, 375 and lower, I'm guessing the Destiny would have that similar effect. So 3 great discs, Ballista, Knight, Destiny for sure. But yeah, give them a shot. Hope that answers your questions. I know I'd been asked about a couple other discs, the King and the Freedom. I did test the King today, but it was different winds than when I tested those 3, so I didn't feel comfortable comparing them. My gut says probably in between the Knight and the Destiny, but I'm not sure. And the Freedom I didn't take out the test, so maybe that'll be for another day. If you have any, as always, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll do the best as I can to answer them. And if you have suggestions for future testing, put them in there. Have a good night. Thanks.